Hello and welcome to another update video about Gala. Gala keeps dropping, not with much surprise because we talked only a few days ago about this triangle, which to be honest could be a descending triangle, or it looked at the time a bit like a symmetrical triangle which we had on the chart, and to be honest it probably was that, because what happened is that we broke out to the downside, retested from below, and we're now heading down further. That's pretty much in line with what we did here. So same stuff, you know, it's fractals, they move in similar ways. It just keeps sliding, and we talked about that only a few days ago, that this is most likely a trend continuation pattern, that at the moment there is no bullish, nothing remotely bullish on here. So anybody who's shorting this has currently the time of their life, because this is at the moment just sliding. You know, it is just sliding. I'm on the log chart here. Let me go to the linear chart, and on the linear chart we are basically following this descending trend line here of the descending wedge in which we are. Now the descending wedge is something that you would consider normally a bullish reversal pattern, but only because it appears at the end of a downtrend normally, which doesn't mean we couldn't drop further. I mean, you can see it's a massive wedge. It would take a move of basically 70% to only get to the top of the wedge. So it shows you how much effort needs to go into this, how much more Gala would need to move to do this. I mean, if Gala suddenly makes a move here to the upside, it could certainly in this wave 4. I mean, I did outline what could happen here on this move, which is, and the idea was that we could have a 1 here, a 2 here. This is now a wave 3 to the downside. There will be a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down. There's different interpretations how this can be counted, but if we see some upside, in my opinion, it's probably something like a wave 4, which would then result, however, in one more lower low. And however, the longer this wave 3 takes, the more concerning this would be for a wave 5, because the more this extends, the more most likely the wave 5 will go lower as well. It just means, you know, the lower we now get to key support levels, and the next or even the last key support level we have is basically the 1 cent level. I don't know what happens after that. We're just gonna slide down and, you know, go near zero, I guess. So it's a bit of a shame that Gala just keeps tanking. It just keeps dropping. It is one of the most hyped projects out there still, but also the community can't really stop the price dropping at the moment. You know, it's very poor sentiment out there at the moment in the crypto market, and I've, you know, for the last, I don't know, we've been making Gala videos now for a while, and I've been quite bearish on it, especially since we dropped below the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level that was at 10 cents. Since then we've dropped another 80%, even a bit more, and I see no reason of being long here at the moment. Yeah, so this is the time for anybody who wants to short this stuff. I'm not telling you to short this, because I believe at some point here we could see some kind of a small relief rally. But if we get a relief rally and sort of towards the end of it, it might be a good short opportunity where you can do what you want. I'm not giving you any financial advice, but the point I try to make here is that there's nothing remotely bullish. I can't see any evidence this is stopping soon. Yes, surely it's slowing down a bit, but we have been moving now, to be honest, in the same. I mean, it's slowing down if you compare it to what happened here, but it's been moving in this channel now since June. And in this channel, it's not really slowing down, to be honest. So that is a reason for concern, and we've dropped below the most recent support levels. There is now, and we talked about that in previous videos, really only, in terms of support, this descending trend line left. Plus, we've got left, and we can see that on the Kucoin chart. Kucoin. Where are we, Kucoin? Here. There's really only here this area left. Yeah, okay, where we currently are, this support level, that's what we talked about in the last video, and then the 1 cent level. So there is a bit of support left here. I think we've just broken that as well. Yeah, I was saying that. I was thinking that because we looked at that earlier today. So this was one more support level. It was tied to, related to what happened here back in 15th of August 21. Very thin support, but really the last leg we had, and you know what else is left? Basically the 1 cent level. I mean, there is literally now no support left. I mean, you know, I'd be very careful. I'd be extremely careful with Gala. I know there's still a lot of people who are hyping this project, and I think it has really, fundamentally, I mean, I really like the project, but I think there's also still a lot of more coins that are going to be released onto the market. And I think this is sort of, especially in the current environment, yeah, where, you know, it's not the time to invest in altcoins at the moment. It just purely isn't, especially with altcoins that are showing so much weakness, that they dropped even below the 88.7% Fib level. And even that, I mean, a lot of coins are doing that. A lot of coins have dropped below their 88.7% Fib level, and I'm going to show you that level. So let's just draw that properly. The 88.7% Fib level is a very, very important Fibonacci retracement level. It's basically the last level on the scale. I don't do it 100% correctly now, but it's sort of in the 10-cent region, just below that. And dropping below that level, a coin that has dropped like more than 80% below that level means that we have to have real concerns. Yeah, just lifetime. It's not the time for hyping at the moment. It's not the time for shilling. It's not the time for necessarily talking about all-time highs. I mean, if this thing recovers, we have a potential of, yeah, possibly 100x. You know, I wouldn't be surprised, but it just needs to it just needs to give us a signal. Now you need to think about how realistic is it that it's going to turn around now. Is it really realistic that it's turning around now, and that it's ending the bear market now? No, nobody's investing in altcoins, at the moment, really. They are good for swing trading, but also Gala here, other than shorting it at the moment, there isn't really much you can do. So these are probably going to drop a bit more, and I'm getting concerned because I don't think Bitcoin has seen its low yet. And what happens if Bitcoin drops another 20-30%? Yeah. So think about that, and think about that the Fed hasn't even pivoted, so the interest rates haven't even reached their peak yet. And also think about that normally there is one more crash after the Fed has started to reduce interest rates. So we need to be aware that we haven't even peaked yet, so there will be a sort of level of like a plateau, like a pivot, where interest rates aren't going to move. So that might be for 6 months next year or even longer. And then when the Fed is going to start dropping, historically, many times in the past, that was the time when the markets crashed as well. So this could be going on for quite a bit longer. I hope it will recover at some point, and I hope it will recover soon. And as soon as I see something, I will make you aware. It's quite depressing at the moment, I know that. But it is the message the only message I can give you. What would be really bad, is if Gala drops to the downside of this channel. Because if it loses even that channel support, I think this could even go down very much in a straight line. Be very careful here. Okay, so unfortunately not a very positive message, unless you're shorting this. So still hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.